Yeah, hi, it's Dean Gemmel from The Curling Show. I was hoping to speak to Carter.
Yeah, you could. He's just busy at the moment.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Call you right back.
Yeah, he could do that.
And you're calling from, sorry?
From The Curling Show. Yeah.
Curling Show.
Yeah. We
And
talked
it's
to
Dean.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll be about 15 minutes.
Okay, I may not be here when he gets back, so tell him we may have to reschedule then, I guess, because I was going to do an interview with him at 10, and if he's busy, that's fine.
He's just getting out of the shower.
Oh, really?
If you
Okay.
just hang on a second, I'll see if he can hurry then.
Oh, I don't want to make him hurry. That's all right. Jeez, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what to do here. I'll tell you what, just because I have to be out of here in about 20 minutes, I'll have to call him back. And,
Okay, he could be quicker.
Okay.
I was just guesstimating.
I'll tell you what, I'll wait 5 minutes. If he gives me a buzz back, then I'll call him back and we'll try it.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Hi, and welcome to The Curling Show, the podcast that brings you interviews with the sport's top athletes and the people who shape the game. I'm Dean Gemmel, and in this edition, we had a 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Mountain Time call with Carter Rycroft, longtime second for Kevin Martin, and now the new second for Blake McDonald. Or maybe Kevin Cooey. Sounds like they're going to see how things shake out next year. Well, hi, Carter. Thanks for being on the show. I think at this point, most people know the big news that Kevin Martin will be skipping a completely new team next season, and that's old news now. So let's start by talking about the rink you'll be a part of. Blake McDonald, Kevin Cooey, yourself at second, and Nolan Thiessen at lead. That news came pretty quickly after the announcement about Kevin Martin's team. When did things start to come together?
Well, Blake and I have talked. I mean, we're pretty good friends, and we live fairly close together, so we've been talking about curling together for a long time, and we had our team meeting, and we parted ways, and I guess I started talking to Blake sometime the next day.
So Blake was really your strongest connection with this team. You talked to Blake a fair amount about curling in the past?
Yeah, he's from Cold Lake, I'm from Grand Prairie, and we came to Edmonton both in similar situations, and I always liked his game and thought we'd curl together one day.
Hey, you're continuing to play second. Did you have any thoughts at all of moving to third or skip?
Well, that's not 100% for sure, but I think we're going to start like that. It's just, I think sweeping is a strength of mine, and, I don't want to. I've grown to know that position over the last 7 years, so there's no sense changing a whole bunch of things. Kevin played third for John, and Blake skipped for the last 7 years, so there's no reason to change anything, and no one's playing lead.
Hey, you mentioned sweeping. Let's talk about that for a second, because a lot of the talk about Kevin's new front end was that they were great sweepers. I guess maybe part of the implication is that they might be better sweepers than you. Are you motivated next year to show that you're a great sweeper with or without Don Bartlett?
Yeah, I mean, Donnie B has always been in my eyes, so that's going to put a little pressure on me. I mean, he's just been so good at it for so many years that I was kind of there to be the brawn, I guess, and now it's going to be up to me and Nolan, and we're not too worried about it. I mean, I've watched Nolan sweep, and he's a great sweeper too, so hopefully we'll have two power sweepers with a good set of ice. I mean, it's not like we don't have experience.
Hey, will Blake be throwing skip rocks and Kevin calling the game? Is that the current plan?
That seems to be the current plan, yep.
Seems to be.
Yep.
A little fluid at the positions, is it?
Well, it's just, that's probably what we're most comfortable with, so we'll start like that, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hey, you were the young guy on a team of veterans when you played with Kevin. This is a younger team, guys a little closer in age. How do you expect the chemistry of this team to be different than the team you've played on since 1999?
Well, it's hard to say now, because you don't really know each other until you really start playing with each other. But I think it's important that we get good chemistry and gel as a team. I think it's tougher to win when you don't do that. So I'm hoping for the best, but that remains to be seen.
Have you heard anything of Don Walczyk's plans?
No, actually, I talked to him yesterday, and he says he's not making a decision yet. I know that the phone's ringing and stuff. There's no lack of opportunity. It's just he's taking his time.
Hey, I talked to Randy Furby a couple weeks ago, and I asked him what surprised him about Kevin Martin's new team, and he said the thing that surprised him was your departure. Was not being a part of Kevin's rink next year a surprise to you?
Depends when.
Was it a surprise 3 weeks ago?
No, like I said, when you're with a group of guys and you get to know each other, you kind of know what's going on without being said. And I knew it was going on.
During the Players' Championship final, was there a feeling that that was the last time maybe you, Kevin, and Don would be playing together?
Yeah, I thought so.
I mean, it didn't seem like it was a strange game anyways, and it did have a little bit of that feel to it as a fan and looking in on the outside, which you can never be too sure what's going on, but it did feel as if there was maybe a bit of resignation on the team in that game.
Yeah, I've heard that actually from a few people. I mean, you don't know unless you're watching, you don't really know.
Right. I mean, I think unless you're really on the team, you probably don't really know. But sometimes as spectators, we can pick these things up.
I just mean that unless you're watching, you don't get that picture that everybody tells you about after the game.
Oh, right. Unless when you're playing, you don't get that picture.
You're playing the game, you don't get the same picture that the people get that are watching.
That's a good point. So you may not even realize what you're communicating out there. Hey, what do you think the atmosphere will be like next season when you, playing with Kevin Cooey, have your first game against Kevin Martin, playing with John Morris?
Intense. We're going to be looking to prove ourselves, and they're going to be looking to beat everybody.
Edmonton is an awfully interesting mix for competitive curling, isn't it?
Boy, is it ever. It just keeps getting stronger and stronger, and the more interesting and more interesting, too.
But how many teams do you think could win the Brier from Edmonton?
Well, there's at least 4.
Hey, we end these with a runback section, Carter. I give you a topic, and you give me your thoughts in 1 to 3 words or less. And I'm pretty lax, too, so if you want to go a little longer, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, best moment during the years you curled with Kevin Martin?
The Olympics.
Worst moment? The Olympics.
Sure.
The draw, but no. Is there another moment?
No, actually, that's a good point.
You had everything in that 2 weeks, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We had, yeah.
Well, you guys had a tough break in that game, to be honest. I really felt you deserved to win that year. Hey, a number of Alberta teams that will be in the top 5 in the CTRS standings after next year.
4. Or top 5?
Yeah.
3.
Number of Purple Hearts you'd have if you lived in PEI.
2.
2, the same as in Edmonton, same as from Alberta, you think. Well, you're being very politically correct, Carter.
Yeah.
The guys in PEI will love you for that. Hey, the website you visit most often?
Globe Investor.
And you'll be able to call next season successful if?
We finish in the top 5.
And finally, what's harder, running a business or curling at the highest level?
Wow. If I didn't have such a good partner, I'd say running a business, but I'll say curling in the high level.
All right, well, thanks for being on the show, Carter. Enjoy the summer, and good luck next season with your new team. It should make for some interesting games out there in Alberta.
Okay, thanks, Dean.
That's Carter Rycroft on The Curling Show. Thanks for listening. Black Pudding is next.